In an ancient time, when a terrible evil threatens the land, only one man can save the world.
Say what? Get out of here.
What? What's the meaning of this?
Oh, we'll just take off that broken record.
I say.
Here, hold my earrings while I take this monster down. I've got your back, darling. We just might burn down this town. Oh no, oh yeah. When you're up against a challenge and you need a helping hand, we've got an arsenal of fireballs, steel stilettos, and a cat. Oh yeah.
Hi, and welcome to Here Hold My Earrings. My name's Al, and I'm your DM today. With me are Henrietta, Yvonne, Laura, Daria, Sophie, and Ida. Henrietta?
Hi, I'm Henrietta. I'm from Norway, and I play Mealy, a moon elf wizard.
Yvonne?
Hi, I'm Yvonne from Canada, and I play Cracker, a half-orc barbarian fighter.
It's like the extra two syllables. I'm about to say Laura, and then you're like, blah, 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 blah,
Fighter.
blah. Exactly. Laura?
Hello, I'm Laura from Germany, and I play Byleth, a tiefling wizard.
When you guys change it, it just like throws everybody's rhythm off. It's just kind of. You should become a conjurer, and then you could like conjure yogurt. We'll make a special cantrip. You can design your own cantrip, conjure yogurt.
Great idea.
Yeah, why not?
I'll
like,
keep that in mind.
Kind of like a variant of prestidigitation or something.
Yogurt
Uh-huh,
digitation.
Yeah, exactly. Yogurt digitation would just be her stirring yogurt with her finger. It would be pressed to yogurt. Okay, Daria.
Hi, I'm Daria. I'm from Poland, and I play a tiefling sorcerer named Zenis.
You see, that's how you do it. Just nice and simple. Keep it straight, consistent, week to week to week. None of this fighter, hello business. It's just throwing me off my game here. Ugh.
Hello.
Can always. No! Daria, you're my rock. Stop it. Okay, Sophie, lay it on me. I know you're going to do something.
Hi.
Ah!
I'm Sophie. I'm from Wales, and I play a human wizard named Charlotte.
Who worships a great woolly sheep, apparently.
Mm-hmm.
My name's Sean, but spelled S-E-A-N, because we don't want to infringe on anybody's trademarks there.
Exactly.
And Ida.
Hi, I'm Ida. I'm from Sweden, and I play Lilith, the wood elf cleric.
Excellent. Perfect. Nice. All right. Take it away.
Of course. So we started our session during combat with Justiciar Gord, aka Fanatic, that follows Lathander, Helm, and the other guy, which is Storm.
No respect.
No respect. So we fight him from time to time. He mumbles that gods are on his side and try to kill us all. But he dies by a perfectly normal crossbow bolt fired by Charlotte. And as he goes down, he says that the other guy has abandoned him. And he dies. Then someone approaches us, and it is Tonker with the gold clip-clop. And he says hi to Cracker and offers her a sword, which is a wooden staff. We chat a little bit, and he asks if anyone wants a sword, but we don't really need one. And merely asks Charlotte to cast Detect Magic to see if all of the things that he says are trash or if some of it is magical. And as she does that, a few things start to glow, mostly around him and in his beard. And then a little tunic floating in the air glows blue, and and we hear someone. And it's Yodel. Apparently he's an imp and is Tonker's familiar. And says that Charlotte used magic. We talk a little more and he asks us what happened with the fanatic god and if we left Neverwinter with him because he didn't see us there. And he says that he tried to talk with Lord Neverember, but he couldn't get an audience, so he tried to polymorph Clip-Clop into Giant Eagle, but a purple mist appeared and he turned into a goat. And he tried to dispel magic on him since then, but it didn't work. He also tells us a story about his friend going on a quest, and suddenly his mood changes, he becomes sad, and in an instant it seems like he doesn't remember what he was talking about, and then he points his hand up and says, and we see a flowing island with a city on top. And he says that it shouldn't be happening, and it looks like Thultanthar or something like that. And Yodel tells that means the one thing that Nev has returned. Some of people that were in the caravan comes out scared, and they wonder what will happen to them now. And we tell them that we are not going to kill them if they don't snitch on us. So we talk with the tieflings, ask them if they want to go to Gauntlgrym with us, because going to Neverwinter might not be a good idea. They have some heated conversation about that, but in the end agrees to come with us. And Vela gives Nis a black stone, saying that it is something that they have with them from some time, and it belongs to their ancestors, and says that they cannot use it. And she doesn't know if Zenis could use it, but they give it to her as an honorable member of the tribe. And as Zenis takes it, it's warm and starts to glow, which must mean that Zenis had ancestors connected with the tribe. So Charlotte cast and identify on it, and it's a magic stone to use for the tribe, and only sorcerers can use it. So some of us think about looting the body of the fanatic, and as Charlotte detects magic is still active, she sees that the sword that he was using is magical. So Cracker takes it, Lily flus his pouch and has glitter all over her face. Millie buys a shovel, or rather a sword, to dig up a grave for him. And Tonker says that it takes forever, and he casts a spell to help with digging a grave. So we go on our way to Gauntlgrym, and in one place the merchants tell us that there is a shortcut that cannot be used by carts, and we should use it. So we agree, because we don't want anything to do with them anymore, and we move. We finally see the gates to Gauntlgrym, but the worst thing happened and they are closed. So we are looking for a different way in. We see one, but it's a little bit dangerous, and that's where we ended.
Very good. Well done. Thank you very much, Daria. And Zenis, that's a point of inspiration, as always.
Thank you.
All right. Yes, so you are currently standing in front of this large, it's about 20 feet in diameter, metal spinning contraption. There is an extremely powerful wind that is, or flow of air being sucked into it from behind you. You can sense that as you get closer. You're still a good sort of 50 feet away from it, but it's already been picking up as you've been approaching it. And you sense that if you were to get much closer, you would have to actively fight to maintain your balance, and potentially even to maintain your footing and not be dragged into it. which doesn't look like it would be a particularly good outcome. You do have the tieflings with you. Tonker is also with you, pushing his cart. He seems to be preoccupied with the stuck wheel that keeps pulling the cart to the left. And Yodel, his imp familiar, seems to be offering helpful advice, like things of the nature of need to pull it right, you do. But Tonker just sort of like waves him away, ignores him. And he, under his breath, he keeps muttering something about Thultanthar. Don't know why that would be here. It seems very odd. What would you like to do now?
Well, ask Tonker what what was that you said?
Thultanthar is a floating city. Yeah. They say it's one of the last cities of the Netherese.
Who are the Netherese?
The Netherese? Who said Netherese? And he looks kind of bewildered.
Victoria told us about them. Do you remember?
Oh, Netherese. Yes, the Netherese. Very powerful magic. I think that the legends say that they were here thousands and thousands of years ago and ruled all of Faerun in a great magocracy. Much of the powerful magics that exist today are rooted in Netherese culture, history, and research. Artifacts, things that have been lost to human and even elven memory.
Well, can we tell if this tunnel is going into Gauntlgrym or going out of Gauntlgrym? Like, is it tunneling towards us or is it tunneling away from us? That thing.
I'm not sure I understand your question.
Well, I see the tunnel's been made. Like, that's what we can see, and we could get sucked into it. But is it moving at all? Is it moving away from us? Is it moving towards us, or is it just stationary spinning?
Oh, you think it's not a drill.
Oh, okay.
It seems to be a stationary, from what you can see from where you are, which is still fairly far away. It appears stationary proximally. It's simply spinning in place.
Okay.
Thultanthar, the last of the great cities. But unlike the Netherese, it's supposed to be corrupted now. The Shadowvar, they are, well, they claim to be the true descendants of the Netherese, but so twisted and dark. Not that there's anything wrong with dark. Why would they normally don't just appear, having been on the Shadow Veil for eons now. They primarily are presaged by their emissaries, their hidden agents. They like to operate from behind the scenes. Wonder why they would suddenly appear here. Anyone who's proficient in Arcana can roll a Arcana check if they'd like, or History. You have to be proficient in Arcana, or you have to have a reason for rolling History relating to magic. So if you, pretty much everybody except Cracker, who's a barbarian fighter.
Oops.
Yeah,
I
barbarian.
rolled
Buy
twice
it.
for some reason, but I got 24.
You got a 24. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Y'all, well done. Well, despite having a slightly sub level of intelligence versus all the other wizards in the group,
No. Can I be level 8
Oh.
already?
you're definitely in the top 3 wizards in the party.
Oh my god.
I love that.
Charlotte, but of course also Violet. And Mia Lee's heard of it because, just being long lived, but Charlotte and Violet know a fair amount about the general lore of the Netherese, and that they're known for having been the one unifying political force that ruled pretty much all of Toril, if not certainly all of Faerun and possibly all of Toril. And history has been very kind to them, but it's not clear how much of that was just because it was written by them. Supposedly, and there was some debate about this, they were benign, despotic overlords who ran a magocracy. Now, magocracies don't have to be cruel, but the only magocracy currently in existence that any of you are aware of, including, of course, Cracker, is the Thayan magocracy, which is famous for being vicious and cruel and for having an extremely high dependence on using undead labor to supplement the loss of humanoid and animal labor because of the natural devastation around the lands of Thay. Thay used to be, of course, a beautiful, lush grassland plain and with other natural features that supported life, and most of that was wiped out as a result of various wars, battles, and magical disasters, and it's now become mostly a desert wasteland in places or desolate. And it's ruled, of course, by Zastam, the great necromancer lich, who is also the leader of the Zulkirs. But the Netherese were enlightened, supposedly great researchers into the histories of the weave or the magical powers of the weave, anything magical, anything that would be considered extensive level of research. Even today, what they achieved back then still supersedes what's known about the weave, and scholars learn more by finding ancient Netherese texts and artifacts and unlocking their abilities than they do by necessarily investing in new research. And at some point, almost all of these cities, fell out of the sky because something affected the magic, and their society was destroyed almost overnight. Several offshoots survived. Some of them were the humanoids who lived under the magocracy, and of the ones that survived, some of them have become extremely anti-magical, including barbarians in the north, around Luskan and the spine of the world. Others, like the Shadowvar, embraced their magical heritage, but they disappeared, supposedly going to the plane of Shadow, the Shadowfell, and have lived there for quite some time. And they've become, some say, evil. Some say they're just twisted by their worship of Shar, the goddess of night. So it's become a bit of a boogeyman amongst wizards and those who follow arcane history, both a goal as well as sort of a treasure-seeking goal, as well as a great source of potential fear or terror, especially with respect to returning powers seeking to regain their lost empire and utilizing magics that no one understands or can control except for them, and wielding a tremendous amount of hidden influence in areas where they actually dedicate the limited resources they have.
Well, that's all well and good, but how are we going to get through this tunnel?
Speak my mind.
Oh.
Do we still have a grappling hook?
Scruffy's like, I don't really give a shit about the exposition.
Law?
I
Who got law?
I was polite. I didn't interrupt you. Can we just get on with the adventure? This is the
Leave
adventure.
the past in the past.
Leave the past in the past. Why do you think I gave you guys boots of levitation?
Make Faerun great again.
What?
Bring back the magocracy.
Oh no.
with me ruling as the queen.
Oh no.
Oh my
I'm
god.
kidding.
Yay! 17 intelligence.
No.
That's all you need.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, you'd be like the dumb one in their society.
Yeah. There'd be wizards with like 20 intelligence running about.
Actually, it's pronounced Leviosa. Zenise, meanwhile, is like the old-fashioned lift operator that wears a little white gloves because she's just like riding everybody up and down in her levitation boots.
I don't want them anymore.
Like when you go to one of those Japanese department stores, they have those ladies who do that. There's a place for sorcerers.
No, thank you.
Well, just imagine what Yvonne gets to do, right? Cracker would just be like, in the kitchen, it's like carving up dinosaur meat.
It'd be an all right life. It'd be good. I'd be making pizza or cracker pie. So, can I make a suggestion? Can we gum up the works here? That thing's spinning. Can we just make it stop spinning?
That's a great idea.
I mean, I'm all for wrecking things, but won't they be mad inside if we destroy the doodads?
Maybe.
Ah,
I
okay.
mean, we need to get there
Frostbite it
first
is.
without. Oh, okay. Oh, that. I thought, I don't know, Cracker would just go up and be like, what? I don't know. Would have been cool.
Well, I just thought you'd do your wizard thing and just make it stop. I don't know.
That's, of course, cooler. Okay. Sure.
How far are we away from it? 50 feet?
50 feet?
And it's not magically spinning or something. It's like purely mechanical.
I forget, did you guys cast detect magic or anything on it?
No.
No. Oh, I wasn't there, kind of. Maybe we could do that. Because if it were magical, then I could just cast dispel magic.
What's the
That would be
range
so
on this thing?
practical. Oh, probably not enough. Oh, 120 feet.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yay. That's a pretty long range.
Yeah, right? Crazy.
I need to get that spell.
All right.
Detect magic?
Spell.
Dispel. Oh, detect magic. Oh no, I think that's just
30.
30.
Yeah. Oh no.
But do we care if we break it? Or not?
Well, it might make the dwarves mad.
It might.
Can't we go back and just knock on the door?
You guys tried that.
But we didn't have Violet with us. Well, we did, but she was like, I don't know, too busy doing something else. So maybe Violet can figure out a way to make it open.
God, don't put too much trust in me.
I don't know. I think Miss Tonker said that they wouldn't be too happy if we kind of broke in because I do have the spell knock. But I don't think they would be happy if we kind of ruined their spinny thing either. So I don't know. I do have a plan to stop it spinning, maybe.
Can we see if those blades are sharp?
Sure, of course you can. Stick your
They're
finger
spinning
in.
fast, right?
They're not so from where you're standing, which is again 50 feet out, so it's a fair distance. It's not, you're not like right up against it. You can see the revolutions, so it's not spinning so quickly that it is one blur. You can actually see the revolutions. It's fast enough. And there's obviously something else going on as well, because there's a lot of force pulling air in.
Mhm.
It's like an air intake.
I don't understand these words from the
Air going in.
non-intelligence orc.
Air going in. Air going in. Arrow going in. I'm just going to shoot
Ergo.
an arrow at this thing.
Ergo, it must be a ventilation duct. No. You're going to shoot an arrow at it.
Yeah, I
Okay.
just want to see if it like chews it up,
Choose up.
the arrow. Or if it just
Okay.
pings off it, like how sharp is this thing?
Sure. Give it if you want, give it an attack roll.
18?
Well, you definitely hit it. I mean, it's almost impossible to miss at this stage. And in fact, if anything, you would have advantage because the airflow is kind of directing it towards the central object.
Okay.
It is sucked through, but also the tail end seems to get clipped, and you kind of hear it go ping. And there's like a little puff, almost like if the tail is you've obviously got feathered arrows, and the tail kind of explodes almost as if the bird had just, popped or something.
Yeah, that's not good.
Mm.
I mean, there's got to be another entrance.
Because the DM would never railroad us like that.
No, never.
Well, like I said, there's always more than one path, and not necessarily to the same place either. But yes, there's always more than one path. Well, I'm not saying there is here. I'm just saying in general. For all you know, I spent hours devising this thing. And then we decide just not to go in at all. Fuck. Let's go check out that floating city.
That strange voice has a point.
I am very intrigued by that place.
As well you should be.
But we should get to the Underdark soon. We really
Yeah,
shouldn't
save
have
the
any
world.
more. Yeah, save the world. Get rid of the demons. Screw up Lil's plans. Well, if it goes round and round and round, and it seems like it's kind of, well, fixated at the middle, and something goes round the middle. If we kind of let loose a rope that will go round and round, it might stop the mechanics of it.
Huh.
But we will lose the rope. Probably. And it will probably break the spinning thing. Or we can just knock at the door.
I'm kind of voting for knock.
Yeah.
We can try at least.
When you say knock, do you mean using the spell knock, or do you mean knock?
Using the spell knock.
Oh, right. Okay. Because you did actually do the. Hello?
Yes. But we decided against using the spell.
Have a package for Vi there?
Wait, what about the portion of thaumaturgy that says it can like open doors or whatever? Or is that door locked?
It was locked.
Oh.
Yeah. That's the problem. If I open it with knock, then we won't be able to Well, if there's a mechanic inside, we can lock it again, but
Mhm.
if not. But I don't
Just
know
go-
if they're locked because they want people to not come in or not get out. I don't know.
Oh. You hear what sounds like the mindless shuffling of feet behind the door.
What could that be? Oh God. No, taking me back to that one mansion.
Would you please post the knock spell,
I
my
can.
friend? Thank
Let's
you.
see.
Yep. So just keep in mind, which you would know this already, it is a level 2 spell. It is designed to open doors that are locked, including magically locked, including arcane lock, but it is not in and of itself all powerful. And
course.
there are limitations to what it can open. So just because something is closed doesn't mean it's locked as per the definition of the spell. Which is not to say it wouldn't work. I'm simply reminding you in general because it is a very situational spell and it is very useful potentially in the right situation. But it is level 2. Means any third level wizard or sorcerer or bard could potentially open doors to the greatest dwarven city reclaimed in the last 200 years. It's like walking into Fort Knox with like an electrician's box and a hammer and a wrench going, I can get into this place. But yeah, you can definitely give it a try. What's the worst that could happen?
Way to discourage us.
No. I'm just reminding you there are limitations. I don't want anybody to be upset. Why would I be upset? No reason. Which is not to say it wouldn't work. Give it a try. What's the worst that could happen?
Okay.
What is with that sound?
Alternatively, if we don't want to do it that way, if we can get close enough, we could try to reduce the size of the fan, maybe with a large reduce.
Yeah,
Would
post that
also
spell.
have to be 30 feet. Yeah, right?
Yeah, that's why we have to get a bit closer.
Yeah.
Very good soundboard you
Okay.
have. It's got zombies. It's got
Yeah.
Great soundboard.
death.
Or maybe it's just like holding back a gigantic, room full of some semi-liquid product.
Huh?
It's yogurt. Oh my God, it's the yogurt.
Oh God.
Is there anywhere to fix a grappling hook to the outside of this thing? Just to distract from this noise.
Good sound effects, eh?
Excellent. Excellent.
You like the little sort of slightly dead, unconscious drowning bit at the very end, the last couple of
Yeah.
gasps and convulsions.
Yeah.
Is there any place to affix a grappling hook? Do you still have your rappelling equipment?
Well, I've got one grappling hook and a bunch of rope.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's rough. This is not a smooth steel tube. if you've got hammer, piton, or just something that can improvise, you could
I
probably
do.
knock the grappling hook into something, possibly.
Okay. I got a hammer with a lightning bolt and some. Is it python? Piton? How do you say that? Pythons?
I always pronounce it as piton.
Piton. Okay.
Well, yeah, it's a
J'ai
French
les
word. Isn't it?
pitons. J'ai les pitons, le crampon, grappling hook, and some rope, and a hammer. Down the fat.
Cracker suddenly developed
Sweet thing.
a fairly extensive Elvish vocabulary, which none of you thought she was even able to read common, much less speak foreign languages. So very impressive.
Yeah, it all happens when I'm drunk. Okay, so I'm drunk. No, I'm just kidding. Okay, so can I set that little rig up?
Yeah. Are you proficient in survival by any chance?
I certainly am.
Well, then why don't you just say so?
I am proficient in survival.
All right, little mountaineering half-orc you, fighter barbarian. Oh, barbarian fighter. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, come on now.
Yep. Okay.
I'm proficient as well in survival. Can I help her?
Sure. Yes, absolutely.
16.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you can roll with advantage if you'd like.
Oh, yep. Okay, second roll. 15.
Why isn't 16 good enough? It seems fairly secure.
Uh-huh.
Chung,
All right,
chung, 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 chung.
there you go, Byleth. I'll make sure just tie yourself to this rope.
Oh.
Good
Make sure I
luck.
can pull you back
You
up.
wouldn't need it. As you are horizontally lowered into the Cuisinart.
I'm tired
You'll
of
be
that character
fine.
anyway. How about that knock?
That knock spell's looking pretty good now, eh?
Yeah. I don't care about the zombies behind it. Let's just do it.
Yeah, we can go back and try knock, but it might not work. But we can try it.
Hmm.
I'm gonna pat Violet's back and say, "You got it," and give her some guidance just in case.
Oh god. I'm mortified.
So just to
And
be
if
clear, do you have resistance?
I don't anymore.
Oh no! You guidance is never going to hurt. You suspect that this is a life and death situation, and therefore saving throws might be more appropriate, depending on what you're trying to do.
What am I trying to do?
What are you trying to do?
I don't know.
try to reduce the spinny thing.
Yeah. But the problem is, I mean, it's still going to spin. So then we have a minute and we still have to get through there really fast with the current against us. Or no, it's
It's
like
helping us, the current.
would get would get sucked in.
And we don't know if it's smaller, if the current, or what you want to call it, is going to be less. If it's going at the same speed when it's smaller.
I forgot. Can we stack enlarge reduce?
No,
No.
you can't. You can never stack the same spell or spell
Okay.
effect from the same type of source.
Okay.
But it's a good question.
And the cracker holds the rope as well.
Yep. That's my plan. So I can pull you back up.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like it's just hooked on there just in case.
Tie it, secure it to her horns.
No, not my horns.
Ow, 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 ow.
Ouchie.
If we take a long rest, I can copy the spell and I can do it tomorrow.
No. I can do it. Okay. My portents are also horrible, but let's try it, I guess.
Everybody who is proficient in well, you know what? Cracker and Mealy can roll survival if they'd like. Mealy, Byleth, Zenise, and Charlotte. Well, so actually, whoever has enlarge reduce. Who has enlarge reduce besides anybody besides Byleth?
Me.
So
Okay. You don't have to have it prepared. You just know the spell. Okay. So you 4 can roll a d20. For those with the spell, you can roll Arcana. For those without the spell who have survival, you can roll survival.
Hey.
What are these rolls?
What?
Somebody wants to die
Oh,
by
God.
yogurt and or Cuisinart and or zombie. Okay. Well, Charlotte, of course, comes up with a brilliant idea that, although, well, it does make sense actually, because Charlotte asked if you can stack spell. Sophie asked if you can stack spell effects. The answer, of course, is no. But she will have a bit of an epiphany and say, "But what if we could actually stack the 2 effects without stacking them on the same person or object?"
Oh my gosh, guys, what if you used enlarge reduce on like more than one thing?
Well done.
I
Well
don't know
done,
what other
Charlotte.
thing, but
What other thing? What other thing is there?
Byleth.
I know the grappling hook.
Use enlarge on Byleth and reduce on the fan.
Oh,
Or
'Cause
on
if you read
Cracker holding the rope.
Yeah, if you read the
I did
text,
too.
enlarge will give you you'll have advantage on any strength or strength-based saving throws, strength
okay.
checks and strength saving throws.
Oh,
What do you say, Byleth? You want to go up a
sure.
dress size or 2?
8.
As long as my rope doesn't
All
rip.
right.
Yeah, maybe tie the rope after she enlarges.
Yeah.
Good point.
Oh, no.
Too tight. Too tight.
There's no stretch in the rope, so
Oh, God.
It's supposed to be tight. It's supposed to make you look young and womanly. I can't breathe.
Okay. Sounds good.
Shazam! I'll make Byleth go big.
Okay. And what is Violet
Ooh.
going to do? She's going to go, and then she's going to go down the tunnel, and then she's going to try to shrink the machinery or whatever.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Holding on to the. Oh, no, the rope is fixed onto
Sure.
me. Oh,
Yes. Okay.
like that. Okay.
And Yvonne, Cracker's going to hold the rope as well as have it secured into place with that 16. Okay.
Then we need to go through very fast once I use Shadows.
Yeah, so that's what I was going to ask. So what's the plan after that?
run through.
Says up to a minute. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Just hope for the best on the other side.
Like a welcome committee with cake.
Just make sure you go through the thing last in case you get hit and
Yeah, lose
lose the
concentration.
Uh-huh. Okay.
Party.
Uh-huh. Yeah. Zenise starts gets sucked in, starts flying towards it. At the same time, Byleth hits the thing, actually gets whacked in the head, passes out, and suddenly the blades go back to full size, and Z just goes, "Ah!"
Oh God. It'll be fine.
Yeah.
Z's
Yeah.
sausage.
Uh, yeah. Okay. Rawr. Okay. I'll try to go up to 30 feet to cast Enlarge Reduce.
Okay. So you'll have a strength saving throw to maintain your balance against the inflow of air that's coming in and increasing in speed and intensity as you approach it.
Uh-huh. Okay.
Good luck.
Thank you.
I'm going to have
20.
Yay!
wow, and the
Nice.
advantage helps. Nice, well done. So
Wow.
you maintain
Very
your footing
nice.
without any help from Cracker, and you don't need the rope. Well done.
I don't need it.
At which point Charlotte says, "Let's take her down a peg." I can imagine Charlotte going, "Can I have your yogurt?" All right, so you're standing there. Your hair is like all over your face. You can barely see anything. The wind is whipping past you, pulling at your clothes. You know, everything's like pressed up against you. It's very hard to stand still, but you are able to maintain your balance and therefore also potentially your concentration. Go ahead and do whatever you're going to do.
Okay. Reduce.
And you just hear it go, and there's a smaller mechanism spinning there, but there's like a very, very large circumference of open space around what was previously this mechanism of spinning blades. So there is something still in the middle, and you can now see behind it more clearly. There is also what appears to be some sort of a metallic rod extending out from the ground and also from the ceiling, which seems to be holding the mechanism in its place.
Okay. Let's
You,
run.
yeah,
Should
Yeah.
we run for it?
the speed is unchanged, obviously. Okay, who's running?
I'm running and I'm gonna have my shield in front of me and like try to squeeze in on the side, kind of like the shield in front of me while I
Okay,
squeeze in on the with my back against the wall, kind of.
sure. Yeah. So I'm going to say that because it's smaller, you will have advantage on your saving throw. The
Mhm.
saving throw to run. So first of all, you're going to need to roll a strength save to stay on your feet and not lose your balance, which would potentially negate your dexterity saving throw later. But your strength saving throw will be with advantage because the fan size is smaller.
Okay.
Okay.
17.
Yes, you managed to maintain your balance as you run hurtling towards this thing, and you can try to squeeze past it as you run. Go ahead and roll a dex save with advantage.
Well,
Okay. Whilst you do manage to avoid part of it, you unfortunately do get chopped up. And that's going to be 18 points of
Oh.
slashing damage. And the rest of you just see sparks flying off of her metal armor. Shield gets all banged up. You hear, I don't know, does Lilith scream or say anything or?
I'm gonna yell on and pray to Talos.
Okay. You know, some of you even hear, and then there's like a splatter of blood everywhere. and then she seems to disappear.
Doesn't look good.
Who's next? Yeah, that was a
I don't know if I want to go anymore.
rather unfortunate outcome.
Oh, if
see
you
I'm
grab the rope,
okay.
if you still had resistance, that would have been no. Okay. Who's next? And also you hear Lilith go, "Ah!" and then she just sort of trails off.
Oh God. Oh, well.
is it possible for Cracker to hold on to, for example, maybe Charlotte and sort of run with her and sort of push her through away from the blades? And then follow? Or is that
Sure.
kind of complicated?
It is complicated. I'll say that the only way you can do that is by taking essentially transferring the risk onto yourself.
Yeah.
What about the rope?
Yeah,
Is it
using the rope and getting
attached
down
to
that
you?
way. Well,
Okay.
the rope's attached to the wall.
Ah, okay.
Yep.
Then I'd
So we
have
can
to.
use the yeah.
And I'm attached to the rope,
Yeah.
but I can still go through there, right?
So
I'm a bit
enlarged,
confused.
you'll have
Sorry.
Yep. Okay. So I totally understand. So whilst you're enlarged, you will no longer have the advantage. You will no longer have advantage making your dexterity save because the relative space of the blade versus the open space is the differential is no longer in your favor. But if you were to reduce yourself back to your normal size, then you would have advantage. Now, the rope itself will confer some advantages as well because it's tied to one corner of the wall, one side of the wall. So it's naturally pulling you along the edge of the wall rather than toward the blade. But that won't be advantage. It'll be like a +2 bonus.
Okay.
So you're going to go next?
I'd go last.
Okay, who's next? As Anise pushes Charlotte.
I can go next. I'm gonna also hold on to the rope to kind of stay on the side.
Okay, that rope's getting a lot of tension. Violet's 8 times her normal weight.
Okay, then I'm not gonna do that. I'm just gonna go. But I'm gonna activate my blade song.
Yes, you can do that. Might not help, but it might not hurt.
Yep.
Okay, so I'll let you do this. You'll have advantage anyway for your dex save, but if for some reason it gets through, I'll allow you to roll a reaction attack essentially to try to deflect some of it using your blade
Okay.
song. How many
Let's
times can you
see.
use that again? Equal to your proficiency bonus. So that'll be your.
Yep.
Is that your first time today?
Yes,
Yeah.
it
Okay.
is.
Okay.
So strength save first.
Yeah.
That's what I'm worried about.
Yeah.
12.
Why did Lilith have advantage on her strength save again?
You said it was because of the blade was smaller now.
Yes. So you have advantage too.
Okay, I don't think it's going to be any difference.
Oh.
So you get knocked down, you get sucked in, and you are pulled towards this thing as you get closer. Go ahead and roll your dex save.
Okay.
You can have advantage on it, but the DC's higher.
Okay,
Okay.
18.
All right. Go ahead and you're gonna get chopped up. Go ahead and roll your attack roll on it. See if you can deflect some
Just
damage.
any attack roll?
Well, with whatever you're using your blade song with.
Okay. Let's see.
You have a sword, presumably.
Yeah, I just have to take the right one. Oh, that was an advantage.
It's
But
okay.
17.
17. Okay, so you guys watch with horror as Mealy runs in, and then she gets sucked in, knocked down, and she goes flying towards this thing, being pulled on her back as she gets very close. And as she does, you can see that she's going to get chopped up, but she manages with this incredible whirling dervish move with her sword, just whipping it back and forth so quickly that you can't even follow it with the human eye or the half orcish eye, as the case may be. The movements of her fluid defense, and she manages to deflect it, and you just hear like ping, 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 ping. You can take half of that, so that'd be 14 points.
Okay, good.
And then you hear, and you also see like a little cloud of red mist, and then he
Oh,
wouldn't just let us all die, would he? I mean, that seems a bit mean spirited. After
still
all that
alive.
effort, and we're just falling into like a massive chasm. That's
Can we just shout from here? Open the door from the other side.
the machinery and the wind are so loud. I mean, it's going in the right direction, so maybe they can hear you, but you definitely can't hear anything beyond their desperate scream initially. But
All right,
for
well-
all you know, it could just be surprise and happiness, like, oh, it's all cotton candy. It's a mountain of gold.
Yeah, we're heroes
We're
of Gauntlgrym.
rich. Okay, after those two semi-successful-ish, not so much attempts, who's next?
I think Cracker's going to offer to help Charlotte through this.
I accept
Okay.
the help.
How is Cracker
And-
going to help Charlotte? She's already helping Byleth.
Charlotte, slap me in the face. I need to rage.
Oh, were you not raging? I assumed you already were raging.
Not yet.
Okay.
I know I had the rage damage on, but we weren't counting the damage, so I just didn't say anything. Because it's the arrow that I shot. I accidentally had rage still on, but
No, I thought you were doing rage with all the strength stuff. Okay, all
Oh,
right, fine.
no, not yet.
That's why I was doing it that way.
Oh.
Because I assumed you had rage on, so you had.
Well, my first roll was a 16.
And I helped her, so that was
Yeah, and
the
that was the
advantage there.
advantage.
Okay,
Yeah,
all right. Okay.
it was the aid.
So what are you doing? So hang on, just before we do anything. So you're using your rage to help Charlotte.
I'm using my rage to actually reduce my damage in case I
Oh,
don't quite make it.
you're going to go through with Charlotte.
Yeah, so I'm going to help Charlotte and try and shove her through the crack while we get closer.
So you're going to let go of the rope.
Well, it's attached to the
I
wall.
I thought you were
right?
attached to the rope as well. Oh, you're not attached. You're
No,
just
I
gonna
was
hold
I
it?
was there to hold it just in case, but
Okay.
she's attached to the rope and the pythons
Okay.
or the
All right.
yeah,
Okay.
python into the wall with my hammer.
Python.
Python.
Okay. Gotta get
I
the
don't know what hammers in French. Ho ho. Ho ho. Okay, so while raging, Cracker grabs Charlotte with permission and, consent. And makes our way down carefully, running
Okay.
towards the side.
Okay.
Okay. So
Is one of you running ahead of the other, or you're running side by side, holding hands? Girl power! Which I feel is totally on brand for Charlotte, even if it's not
Yeah.
tactically accurate.
Yeah, I think holding hands. Yeah. That sounds
Right. Holding hands toward a giant fan. There you go.
good. Yay!
Yeah,
My
nothing
hair
can go
looks so
wrong
good.
here. Okay, so let's have you, Charlotte. You can roll your strength save with advantage.
Okay. Here I go.
Okay, yeah, you managed to maintain your footing,
Yes.
and you realize you probably didn't need Cracker's help.
No, it was all Cracker's, like, she was, like, protecting me.
Uh-huh.
A big, muscular figure.
Masculine?
Muscular.
Okay, Cracker, you can roll with advantage as well because you're raging.
26.
Okay. Yeah, for Cracker, it's like just a windy day at the beach, really.
My hair looks so good.
And now you can both roll your dex saves as per normal, so with advantage each. Ooh. And you both just go, you let go, although you're running side by side, which is actually optimally the worst thing you could possibly do. You managed to time it perfectly between the two of you, since you've obviously got some sort of synchronous martial skill here, and you let go at exactly the precise moment where the wind flow sort of pulls you to the sides. You both go on opposite sides, slide through, and turn just enough so that you avoid the edges of the blades on either side of you. And the remaining few of you see them just sort of disappear into the darkness. And then you hear, ah, oh.
Yay. This is what happens when 9 strength and 9 intelligence pair up.
There you go.
Yeah.
Because 9 plus 9 is 18, which is better than 17.
Yeah, that's girl math for you.
That's girl math for you. Exactly. All right. We're down to the last two.
Yes. I have a question.
You have what?
Question.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Can I use Misty Step to avoid dexterity save?
Can you post it again? That you can see. Yes.
Okay.
I will let you do it with, if you maintain your balance, you can Misty Step as you approach. If you get sucked in, then you can still Misty Step, but you'll have to roll a different dexterity save. It'll be easier because you're not having to time it so much as you're just timing anywhere within 30 feet of it. But so it's a lot easier than trying to time it really precisely, but otherwise you'll be able to get it.
Okay.
Okay. So go ahead and roll your strength save.
17.
Ooh.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Well, you start wobbling, everything kind of goes a little bit haywire, but you manage to hold on to your grip on the wall, and you get close enough to see just past the blades. You can't really see what else is there, but there's obviously some ground. Whatever it is that's happening to all your teammates and friends, it's happening slightly beyond what you can see, even with your eyesight. So you Byleth watches as Zenise kind of crawls her way down, gets close, and then bamf! And then you briefly see her beyond it, and then she goes, ah, shit. All right. Now, can you roll a concentration save for me, Daria?
Oh.
Sorry.
Me?
Yes.
Okay. Oh, shit, I have advantage 5.
Well, that's charisma anyway, so concentration. Constitution, isn't it?
Oh, okay.
Thank you.
7.
Okay. So you're going to lose concentration.
I don't have one.
Huh?
I
don't you have?
use.
Wait, who cast Enlarge Reduce? Oh, it was Charlotte.
Sophie. Yeah.
Me and Violet.
Sophie.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. I'm sorry. Sorry, Daria. So Sophie should roll. Charlotte should roll concentration.
Okay, I'll use my inspiration.
Yes.
Hiya. Hiya.
Oh.
16.
Okay.
Yay.
So everything stays the same. Violet is still enlarged. The fan is
Does it
still the
even
same
matter?
size. It doesn't matter if you're dropping it yourself, I guess. So can you remind me again, enlarge, reduce? Who controls that? Is it the caster? I think it's the caster, right? If you're the
I
target,
thought so, yeah.
you don't get to say whether or not you drop concentration. So you could potentially wait, but then you'd have to cast enlarge, reduce again because you two cast simultaneously on the
Yeah.
fan.
That would be so annoying.
Unless you guys had a plan to drop it as soon as she's through, which you didn't specify. And I'm basically telling you to do it.
That's
So
fine.
okay.
I'll have advantage on the strength check. Right? I'll strength save.
Yes, that's the other advantage is you'll have advantage on your strength save approaching it, and then you will no longer have advantage on the dexterity save.
I plan to Misty Step.
Okay.
After that.
Apparently successful attempt. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so strength save.
Okay.
Rawr. Oh. Oh no. Wow. Never mind. What? It was nice. It was nice. With you all.
Welcome back,
dear.
Laura. This is what happens when you miss a section.
Oh no.
God,
So no
guys,
Misty Step. Oh
does
wait.
God punish you? So you're
No
on
Misty
your
Step.
so you fall in, so you're on your back, so you can still Misty Step. It'll still be a little bit easier, but you do have to roll a dex save to try to time it. So this is not the same as trying to squeeze past.
Okay. Then I'll try to do that.
Yeah, the Misty Step will work potentially. It's just a question of do you time it so that you Misty Step to avoid the blades altogether. Go ahead and roll your dex save. No advantage. It'll be a lower DC.
Oh wait, no advantage.
Yeah. Okay.
13.
All right. You will get chopped up a bit. And I'm going to include your roll as a determinant for how much damage you take. So since you came pretty close, we're going to say it's only... Ooh, well, there was only 2 of them, but it had to be pretty high. You now have a new hairdo. It's very short. Okay, and then you also disappear into the ether, into the nether, into the blackness, the darkness, the something. And as it turns out, this is a good time for a break. So I wonder what happened to everybody. That you all got sucked into a giant sphere of annihilation that instantly destroys all matter that comes in contact with it. No.
It's the screaming that worries me.
Yeah. And you all land on a gigantic pizza.
Oh my god.
That's so random.
Yeah. It turns out you were all in one giant pepper grinder.
Oh no.
Would you like some more?
Not the worst way to go.
For the zombies.
All right. So shall we take 10 minutes?
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
All right.
Hi. We hope you're enjoying this episode, and if so, please like and subscribe. And remember, the next time your DM says, roll initiative, yell back,
Here.
Hold my earrings.
Here, my earrings.
This is good. I think we only need this take.
all right, so you've all gotten past the mechanical fan, some of you with a bit of luck, some of you with some ingenuity. Well done, everyone. You've all survived. What happened after that is that you were sucked in, you got past it, but of course, just getting past the blades doesn't necessarily stop the airflow, and the airflow was already fairly strong. Since you all had to run through it to try to get past it, even those who didn't actually get clipped by it, you didn't actually notice because it's almost impossible to see. It's not a question of darkness, it's just the actual geometry of it. The space behind it, there's a little bit of space behind it, but then after that it just turns into a shaft. And it's not straight down, it's kind of at an angle. So you all start sliding down this relatively smooth shaft, much smoother than the actual tunnel that you just ran through. You all land in what appears to be water. Oh, by the way, what happens to Tonker and the tieflings? You guys left them back there?
Yeah.
Oh, oops.
Oh.
And then you just hear you all land in a pool of water. It's not super deep, but it's just deep enough that none of you take any real damage. You're all very wet, and you can all climb out of it. And it seems to be a pool, an underground pool. And at the end of it, it gets more and more shallow, and there seems to be one entrance or exit that you can walk out of. You suspect that there's water coming in underground, but you can't automatically see where it is. And as you climb out, if anybody is curious about why this is here, you can roll an intelligence check or maybe a wisdom, depending on what you'd like to use.
Why
There's more than one
is
way to
this
explain
here?
it. Thank you, Laura. I can always count on you.
Let me see.
Ooh, yeah.
23.
Okay, so you suspect that this is part of an extensively designed and engineered cooling system.
Oh.
So the air from the surface is sucked in, and then as it spreads and traverses across this water, it helps to cool the air for the areas that it passes through later. And you will recall that there was a similar engineering construct in Port Nyanzaru, but that was within the buildings.
Mm-hmm. I also tell that to the party.
All right.
Know it all.
What? No, what?
Know it all, or besserwisser.
Merely giving you information, okay?
Just kidding. I never went to Port Nyanzaru. So should we just continue? Or should we take a rest?
Well, I just had a bath, so I'm good. How about everybody else?
It's like it wasn't even bath day. That's like next month.
Yeah.
Gross. Every time you say something like that, I always think, God, what would a half-orc barbarian who wears the same armor every single day, sweating while she's exerting herself trying to chop off enemies' heads, smell like? And it must be so awful. Like a pair of gym socks that's just been left in a plastic bag.
Powerful.
Powerful. Yeah.
Gross.
Like knock you out powerful.
Maybe orcs don't sweat.
Oh, yeah, maybe.
Never know.
Yeah, it's possible. I feel like it would be more sort of the opposite end of the spectrum. But yeah, it's technically we don't know for sure. Although they do have a -2 charisma in the old original. Half orcs have a -2 to charisma in the old original D&D version, so it's got to come from somewhere. Okay. Are you guys taking a rest or are you guys carrying on?
Short rest?
I could use a short rest. I did get cut up a bit.
Yeah, me too.
Me too.
Let's see. Who here would say they have the best relationship with Tonker?
Cracker,
Cracker?
probably.
Maybe me.
Mm.
Yeah.
That's true. Yeah, that makes sense. So while you guys are taking a little break, so basically this is like a naturally curving cavern, but it is covered in water, and the bottom is sandy, and it's very soft, and it's obviously sand that's been pounded down or ground down very, very fine over, you know, an immeasurable period of time. You guys are sitting on a sandy beach, essentially an underground sandy beach at a lake, right? It's fresh water. Cracker, you receive a sending from Tonker.
Oh, there's a voice in my head.
You have mail.
Ding. Tonker's wondering what happened to us. He's still up there with Clip Clop and the tieflings. What do you want me to tell him?
Maybe find a safe place to stay. We will try to open the door. Something like that.
Okay. So maybe go wait by the front door?
We don't know if that's
Or
safe,
hiding.
though.
Okay. Maybe go hide. Okay. Cracker will send this back. Oh, except, sorry, go wait by the front door. I forgot to take that out. Damn it. Go hide. It's a little confusing, but I mean, it is Cracker, right?
There's no response, so that's what you sent, and he's used a sending. So as far as you know, he got the message to go wait by the front door.
Or go hide, but wait by the front door.
That's not what you
Hiding.
said. You said go wait by the front door, go hide for a bit.
Yeah.
You told him to go wait by the front door and hide there.
Yeah. Or something.
Yeah, okay. Well, that's probably what he's going to do. Good luck.
God.
All right. You guys are taking a short rest. Go ahead and do whatever your short rest stuff you've got to do. Eat a banana. Anybody using arcane recovery?
I'm going to spend 2 points to recover 1 level 2 spell slot.
I'm gonna use 4 points. Oh, sorry.
Oh wait, is it? Did I miscalculate that? Is it 4 points for level 2?
I will restore 2 level 2 spells. So.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah, what are you guys talking about? What using 2 points? What?
Arcane recovery points.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, you're basically just you don't have points, you just do it once, and then you can recover as many spell slots as you have used up, or half of your level, whichever is lower. So you don't, if you use it once per day, that's it. You don't bank the rest of them for later.
Oh.
Yeah, that's true.
I think you guys are confusing it with the sorcerer's capability, which is what Zanice does. Daria can do.
Yeah, and in my head it's like a point system, but I have to, take up, of course. It's just, I don't know.
It's not a point.
2 points.
So it's not a point system. It's just you have. So on your character sheet, you just have arcane recovery 1, and then you just use it, or you don't. You have a 0 or 1. And if you use it, let's say you're 6th level, for example, you can recover up to 3 spell slot levels, 1, 2, and 1, 1, or 3 1s, for example. But once you've used it, that's it. So even if you only used it to recover one first level spell slot, then that's all you've got. Then you don't have any more for the rest of the long rest.
Okay, I see.
What's this
Yeah.
portent business?
Sorry, that misclick. I just needed to put our
9, you do not get portent until you take a long rest.
Well,
You skip one session, you forget all the rules. This is
I
unacceptable.
thought I was special. Anyways,
You
I
are
wanted
using
to...
my trust and my love of your character. This is not fair to the others. When the DM goes on a rant. He's really losing his shit. Daddy is having a bad day. Just be quiet.
We kind of forgot about it though.
Forgot about what?
That we were gonna let Laura do her potent and do her long recovery when she came back today.
Oh yeah, sure, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, so you do have to do that. That's right. I did say we should let her do that when she got back.
So
Okay,
actually, a smart decision from me.
No, that's not how it works. That's not it. You don't get no.
Oh, I'm so smart. That 18 intelligence, really? Wow. Okay, I'm sorry.
Sorry.
Bless you.
Allergies. Okay. All right.
Should I do the portent now then?
Yeah, sure, go for it.
Okay.
And you can still do your daily word. The word today is bullshit.
Oh, no, I actually want to learn that, and I
bullshit.
get back 2 level 2 spell slots.
Okay.
From the arcane recovery.
Okay. And Sophie, how many? What are you
Points.
recovering? What spell slots are you recovering?
Just 1
2?
level 2.
Okay. All right.
And the word. Do I have bullshit? Shitlings.
We had that conversation. Oh, you didn't do it that day. Okay.
I like. Yeah. Yeah, sure. Let me do bullshit.
Oh no. So,
It's gonna be
Daria,
full of swear words.
which is basically how most people learn new languages, right?
Yeah.
Bathroom, food, and then a lot of cursing, pretty much, and maybe beer or something. Daria, I will let you interpret her desires, and if culturally bullshit isn't really the right word, right, contextually, then you can replace it with something else and explain what it is.
A cultural translation.
Yeah, because sometimes that's more accurate than the actual word itself, right?
Yeah. I will.
Do you want to think about it? We can come back to you.
Okay.
She's going to research this.
No, I just want to use nice words.
Oh. So you're okay. Daria is voluntarily censoring Laura.
Okay.
Give me all the bad words.
I'll let you roleplay trying to convince her not to use a bad word.
You should just ask about fuck. It's bzdura.
You went from trying to use non-nice words. I nearly spit my coffee onto my keyboard. What is warn me with
that is so phonetically complicated. Why are there 2 plosives and then like this in between? It's so weird.
It's Polish.
But okay.
It's Polish.
Sure. Can you repeat it?
Bzdura.
Bzdura. Ah, okay.
That's easy. Bzdura.
Bzdura.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
I just
gotta-
keep shouting it to memorize it.
I've got to. Who's your tiefling friend with the Tourette's spec? Bullshit, bullshit, bullshit. She's just got like this weird tick with her eye at the same time, just like constantly like twitch her face. Bullshit, bullshit, bullshit. Are you calling me a liar? I've got to bring Cud back so you can use this contextually in the wrong sentence. Okay, good. So you guys are rested up. You've learned some. You've increased your cultural understanding of this ancient and misunderstood race. You've had a little lie down on this nice, soft, sandy beach. If there was some sun, it might actually be a nice day out, but it's all gloom and darkness other than glowing lichens in the water and fungus on the walls. Occasionally, you see little black patches floating on the water. It's not that much. It could be algae. It could be something else. Some of it laps up onto the shores. There's a little bit of wave action. It's very, very mild, but it's obvious that there's some water pressure coming in from somewhere. And the wind, of course, is also whipping it. And the wind is going in the direction of the tunnel.
Well, shall we get walking?
Mhm.
Yes.
Okay, give me a marching order.
Oh.
Why does he need a marching order?
Cracker can go first.
Why is he pulling up the turn order?
What's going on?
Very sus.
I'm having my shield up.
Yeah, this is some real Bizdora. That's all I'm going to say.
I'm gonna do perception check.
Perception check. I think you already got a perception check because the turn order went up.
Yeah.
Okay, so who's first, who's second?
Cracker's first.
I can go second.
I'm going to let you guys roll initiative. Not for any particular reason. Don't read too much into it. But I'm going to adjust it afterward based on the turn order. So it doesn't matter what you actually rolled.
Can I retcon that I casted Mage Armor?
Okay, Sophie.
Yay! Thank you.
Yeah.
Initiative. Yeah.
Byleth gets away. Laura gets away with so much shit that I can't honestly say no to you, right? So that's just
Oh, 2 crits.
some people did not. I guess you didn't have your character broken out.
No.
Yeah, so it's okay. Again, the roll doesn't matter. I'm just putting this I'm just making the marching order on this. So, Lilith, the second you said.
No, I didn't say anything. I'm gonna be last.
Okay. Sorry.
Sorry, a second.
Wasn't trying to put words in your mouth. Okay. Who are we missing here?
Yeah.
Who's third?
I can go
I
third.
can be. Okay.
Oh, okay.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah, I'm third.
Ah!
God,
Boy.
Millie was the only survivor.
Yeah.
Because she didn't go third. Wow.
My brain just exploded.
Oh, I'm putting myself back to 10 because I don't have the advantage thing. I just had to roll twice to get back on the board.
It doesn't matter. It's okay.
Oh,
Sorry.
okay. Okay, sorry.
Yeah. I'm just.
Back
It's
to
just the
20.
marching order. It's fine.
Yep. Good.
Okay. But this will also be the actual turn order if we need it. Not that we do. Okay. So you're obviously not in this tunnel. As you start walking down this tunnel, it becomes more and more obvious that this is no longer just a naturally occurring part of the cave system in which you're in, but it starts getting carved out. And it does look similar in some ways to the dwarven masonry you've seen elsewhere in Gauntlgrym. Although those of you who speak Dwarvish, I think Zenise speaks Dwarvish. Is that right?
Yes.
You'll recognize that the runes and the symbolism, none of it makes any sense to you, but it's obvious that these are markings to help denote locations, like tunnel A6 or something of that nature. Useless to somebody who doesn't understand the code of it, but clearly some design, some administrative logging system. But it's written very archaically. The way the writing is actually depicted is not really in common usage anymore, but it's still relatively recent, maybe the last generation of writing style, so you can read it. It's just very weird. And you see that the tunnels start to look unusually moist. It's not clear why that would be the case. There is a lot of water in the air. There's, coming off of the sort of underground lake there's a bit of moisture naturally. It's cool and damp. You start seeing splotches of mold, fungus, spongy growths, moss. And then you start seeing these little tentacles. It looks more like the kind of flora you would find on very hard, rocky stone along the coast. It's all spongy, but the tendrils are there to help maybe anchor things. But the further you go, maybe, at this rate, you maybe a couple of kilometers in, it looks more and more, it's getting bigger and bigger, and it's getting darker and darker. Finally, you come around a bend, and you start to see what appear to be discarded bits of weaponry. Zenise will recognize this as dwarven weaponry, and Cracker will as well. It's all dwarven sized. The design elements are ancient dwarven. And you will see larger, bulbous looking things that seem to be the center of some of these tendrils. And some of them are quite large now. Clearly the size of, medium-sized objects.
Is this like normal for the Underdark?
Good question. Anybody know?
Does Cracker recognize these after they went? Like Cracker was with what's his name when we were fighting the worm, and then we did go to one of their nurseries. Does it look like maybe
like a purple worm?
Yeah, purple worm eggs or anything?
Yeah, go ahead and roll history.
Okay. 15?
No, these do not look like purple worm egg sacs. Those
Okay.
were very large. They were clustered differently, and they didn't have tendrils like this. In looking at them and trying to discern what they are, you will notice in a couple of cases things that look angular, almost as if this is wrapping something inside it.
Is anything moving?
No, nothing seems to be moving.
Can we hear something like, I don't know, movement anywhere?
Yeah, go ahead and roll a perception check. Okay. And your natural perception is actually 17, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay. So you don't hear anything other than what you would normally expect in a fairly wet, damp, underdark environment. There's occasionally dripping sounds, which may very well just be water droplets that have condensed from the various, from the mist and moisture that's floating around in the air and collecting on the cool surfaces of the rock. There's no obvious movement of a creature. In fact, if anything, it's almost a bit too quiet. Like normally you would expect a little, maybe not down here because doesn't seem to be a whole lot going on, but versus say the sewers of Neverwinter, right? There were loads of rats and mice and little bits of fish and clicking insects and things. Not that there's water, not that there's a river here for fish, but you don't hear anything.
Well, I don't really want to open one of these.
Come on, it's Christmas.
Should we keep going?
Well, unless you know another way.
All I know is they're not purple worm eggs.
Okay. Let's keep moving.
Okay.
But I'm gonna keep looking behind my back all the time.
Yes. Probably a good idea, all things considered. So you keep moving down the hall, and you eventually come to the end of this tunnel, and you can see that there's some light.
Like natural light?
Well, it's hard to tell initially once you come out. I'm missing somebody's token. Oh, here we go. Somewhere there. It's roll 20 being a little bit unhelpful. You are in this large cavern. It's roughly carved out of what appears to have been somewhat of a natural cavern, and there are quite a number of these things laying around, spread out everywhere. The light comes from a continuous glow. It's steady. It doesn't look like fire. And the room itself all smells very dank and moldy. And you see traces of this black mold everywhere.
Oh, this isn't good.
Yeah.
Well, I'm starting to wonder if this place has been infiltrated somehow and these are egg sacs of something.
Shoot it.
Sorry, what did you say, Ida?
I said shoot it.
Oh, shoot
One of
it.
the
Yeah.
egg. Yeah.
Uh-huh. Yeah. That's definitely one option.
Well, there's a lot of them. I would hate to shoot one of these and have them all burst out and attack us. Yeah, splorch. Splorch.
He would
I
do
think we should just
that.
sneak around and have a look inside the main area and just see who's here.
Sneak away.
'Cause I'm so darn good at that.
Who are we sneaking from? The eggs?
Well, I don't know. Like, there's black mold everywhere. There's these weird egg sacs, and it just makes me think of Zuckmoy.
Yeah. And if they're eggs, then, I mean, they had to be made somehow by someone. I don't know if they're around.
Someone possibly terrifying.
Yeah. I mean, they don't look like chicken eggs to me.
Anybody want to fly their friend forward just so we can see?
Jan, always
that
willing to
good for?
sacrifice somebody else's familiar.
Yeah, I don't know what those things are.
You should
They
just
come,
take the
they
spell
go.
yourself.
I can always send Drew out.
I was going to start leaving you little presents in your hat.
Still loves you.
Mm,
Is that what you tell yourself?
Let's see if I can find him. Oh, that's Ivy. There. I'm just gonna also see through his eyes
Uh-huh.
and have him fly about. I don't. How tall is it in here? Is it to the ceiling?
Yeah, we'll say it's 40 feet.
Okay, so he's gonna fly at about 15 feet above the eggs and stuff, so it doesn't kind of trigger.
Okay, so it is multi-level. So you mean 15 feet above the level you're on?
Yeah, over those eggs, and when he kind of gets down here, he's gonna fly low so he can see through the door.
Okay.
Way, yeah.
Well, Rua can see what you can see. Once Rua gets down there, Rua can't see very much beyond it because there is light, but it seems to be a different source of light, and it's coming from around a corner far down the corridor. There's also some heat coming from there.
I'm gonna keep looking through his eyes, and I'm gonna send in a little bit
Okay.
inside.
And give me a perception check.
Okay. For me or for Rua?
Rua.
Let's see.
Well,
Perception.
whose perception are you using when you're looking through his eyes? You're using. Oh, yeah, you might be using your own, right?
I don't know.
I suppose. All right, fine. We'll
It's
call
the
it
same.
yours.
It's +3 either way, so it's the same.
Okay.
So 10.
Yeah, that's definitely light.
Yeah.
Definitely not
Bright.
dark. It's definitely brighter.
Yep.
Rua will also tell you that there doesn't seem to be as much of these things. These little
Okay.
nodules.
I'm gonna have him come back to me, and I'm just gonna tell the party that there's a corridor down there with some light in it, and it doesn't seem to be a lot of eggs there.
Rua will also note that there is all of the areas, the common areas are, that's me measuring it out, well worn, including up these stairs. But there's, as you can see, there's nothing obviously there.
Seems like this area has been used a lot. It's pretty warm, but as you can see, no people.
Well, if the dwarves were here, we'd hear them. This is strange. Where do you guys want to go? Tunnel or up those other stairs?
Go back into the tunnel, or
Oh, that's not the tunnel we came out of, though, right? Where we
You've come out of
into?
this one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean this one here.
yeah, the corridor towards
Oh,
the
sorry,
light.
corridor. Yeah. Should we go towards the
Yeah.
light, everybody?
Well,
It's trustworthy.
when you say it like that.
Maybe not so much.
Yeah, let's
Was
let's
I a
go
good
there.
boy? You were the best boy.
Oh no.
Oh.
Well, how are you getting down there?
Okay, Cracker's gonna walk down here, down these stairs, carefully, trying not to step on these squelchy, gross things.
Okay. Give us a dex save.
Okay. Gross. 6. Oh.
Yeah, you step on some of the
no.
tentacles.
What?
These are bigger and more veiny looking than the ones in the hallways that you passed. And this thing pops open.
So I'll be back up here. Hold on.
Yep. I mean, you could just leave everybody there. It's fine. I don't care. And this thing pops out.
Oh.
It looks about the size of a dwarf. It's covered in this black ooze, and it doesn't seem to have it doesn't seem to have any recognition. And it will immediately attack you. Let's have Ida roll the attack roll.
Oh my god.
Oh,
Nice. Okay. It's gonna be. Give me a Constitution saving throw there, Yvonne.
Oh boy. Okay, 27.
Yeah, you save. You
I see your crit.
feel. You raised me one. You raised me a crit. You feel this horrible sensation, very similar to the last time you were attacked by something with the black mold, but you managed to fight it off. But you still take 26 points of poison damage, which you will take fully because you are not raging.
Zowie. That's owie.
And that thing is going to go. We're going to go there because you triggered it. Well done. You are also surprised for that turn, so there's not really going to be a reaction. The rest of you can see all this happening. Zenise.
I'm going to cast Mind Sliver at it.
Mm.
10?
Yep. Okay, so Mind Sliver is going to. Sorry. Which it are you attacking? The zombie-ish thing?
Yes.
The thing that attacked Cracker.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. What happened? Okay. Well done. So it is going to next saving throw it makes. Okay, so if it has a saving throw to make, well done. Byleth.
Yeah. I'll. Is that still there, by the way, or is it like?
Yes,
hatched?
it didn't just explode. It's still there, and it seems to have more. There's more bulk to it.
Ooh. Okay.
Yeah, it's medium sized, but actually in total volume, it's about like the maximum you could possibly consider to be medium, which could easily fit multiple medium sized creatures.
Oh no.
Oh yes.
Okay. Well, first of all, I want to attack that guy.
Sure.
With chromatic orb.
Sure.
Fire? I don't know. Yeah. Let's try fire for now.
Okay.
First level 13.
Okay.
For 13 damage. If it hits.
Yes, it will hit, and it is immolated.
Oh.
Shaky thumbs up.
Yeah, well done. And as it explodes,
Oh no.
the two nearest pods, if you will, also eject two similar looking creatures. Well done, Laura. Anything else?
Yes. Go here.
You back up
Push
into the tunnel.
the knees in. Yeah.
Push the knees in front. You
Um,
grab Rua by the wing and throw her.
no, I'd never do that.
All right.
Yoga Turji. Okay, no,
Okay.
nothing. That's it.
All right. Technically, Mia Lee was third, so she should be a little bit closer.
There or something?
Fourth. Yeah. Okay, fine.
Mhm. Let's see. Should I roll initiative for Ruva as well?
If you want Rua to go separately, otherwise we could just have Rua go on your turn.
Yeah, I can go on my turn.
Shall we say consistently after you, or do you want it to go before you?
He can go after. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I am going to cast a firebolt at this guy.
Wow.
Fata!
So which
25.
guy? Which guy did you say?
This one.
Oh, this one. Okay.
Yeah.
Right. Yep. So that's going to hit.
Mhm.
You burn a small patch off, and as you burn off the patch, the blackness disappears and just kind of becomes charred. But underneath, you briefly see what looks like sort of light-colored skin before it is charred black from your firebolt.
Yeah.
Okay, Charlotte.
I would like to try to use my telekinetic push thingy on it.
Okay.
Nice.
I can't remember if I used this, if I set this up right or not. Let's try it. Yeah. Nope.
Wait, did you just create a blank thing?
It's just
I don't know what that was. Ignore it.
Charlotte farts.
Silent
She
one.
does not. She does not do such things.
Rua
She
gets
is a
knocked
lady.
backward.
Shush. I'm rolling his save. He rolled a 10 and it's a strength save.
How come I can't see it? Oh, there. Okay, there it is. So your spell save DC is 14.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay. Okay, so he will get knocked back. I guess we could say he goes off the edge.
Yay.
Plot. Would you like to roll 2d6? We'll call
Yes.
that 20 feet. Which is pretty close. More like 15, but okay. 7 points. He'll explode.
Yay.
And as he does so, just kind of splatters everybody. And they all kind of go off.
Okay.
Oh no.
So how's my bonus action? So now I'll use magic missile, but I'll use my magic order of the scribe thingy. I can still change the damage type to fire.
Hang on a second. How are you using a cantrip and then a leveled spell?
It's
Oh, this is a bonus action. Sorry. Okay.
Yeah. The
Okay.
telekinetic push is a bonus action. So now
But
I'm using
then
magic missile.
and then you're changing your magic missile to what?
So very complicated, but I think it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The 5th paragraph of the Awakened Spellbook thing
Yeah.
comes with the order to describe. You can change the damage type of a spell to another damage type mentioned in another spell at the same level.
Right.
So
So just to be clear, if you cast a bonus action spell, the only spell you can cast with your action is a cantrip.
I know. I didn't use the spell. for my bonus action.
So your telekinesis is a bonus action. Oh, it's not a spell. It's just
No, just like a
okay.
thing.
That's what's confusing me. I apologize. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Perfect. So you've used magic missile to turn it into fire, you said.
Yes, with
Okay.
fire from chromatic orb.
Okay. And who are you targeting?
This one. Down here.
Which one?
Pew.
Okay.
Pew.
Sorry, somebody else was doing some fireball looking spacing. Okay. Go
So
for
here
it.
I go.
We'll just put the red dot on there since it's obviously going to hit.
Pew. Pew. Pew.
Okay. Yeah, all 3 hit. But it's still standing. It's staggered back a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah. Did you want to move?
I'm good hiding by the entrance.
Suddenly the ones behind you start exploding too. Yeah.
Wait,
Lilith.
how's there another zombie here?
Yeah.
How many eggs are there?
All of the ones you see. The explosion of the one in the middle set off a bunch of other ones.
I thought the dead one was the one that came from this egg.
Yes.
There's another one hidden inside.
Yes. So as I said, they're
my God.
medium sized, but they're like the maximum medium volume you can possibly imagine. So there's space
Right.
enough for potentially several
Oh.
medium-sized objects or creatures that might be squished into its same space.
Oh, okay. In that case, I'm running into the tunnel.
Okay. It's not a retreat, it's a advance in the opposite direction. Okay. Lilith is probably going to block you and stop you from running away.
Yeah. No coming past me.
You shall not pass. Would Lilith like to do something?
Yeah, I wanted to create a lot of noise and try toll the dead on this one.
Okay. Yeah. Pretty much woke everybody up already, so.
Yeah.
All right.
7 on a wisdom saving throw.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Bong. Yes. And it is, you see little bits of it sort of just like vibrate and start to fall off, but it's still standing up. It just looks very wobbly. Like super wobbly.
I'm gonna stay here.
Yeah, blocking the way.
Mhm.
Okay, Cracker. Yeah.
Cracker steps up and while raging, let's be really clear,
Thank
just
you.
tries to
But
chop
you're
this
not
thing to bits.
But you're not doing the other
I'm
thing.
not doing reckless attack. No.
Okay.
I don't trust these things.
Yeah.
Being a little cautious.
I mean, who knows with the 20, right? But yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So you're going to attack twice, are you? So the first one is going to be enough to cleave this thing in half.
Okay.
Yep.
Is this egg sac now empty?
Well, I'm so glad that you asked. As it explodes, it
Yeah, that's. Why ever did we come in here? So my first attack was on this one and it expired. Popping up this guy here. Can I take my second attack on this one?
Sure.
Okay. I
Yeah.
turn and swing at this one.
We'll say that one hits.
Okay.
Okay, great. I guess. Hi, Laura.
Hi.
Sophie, would you like to roll against Byleth? And then Dara, would you like to roll against Cracker?
I wouldn't like to, but I'll do it.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I don't know. If I have to use shield, I'll do it.
Okay, so the 18, what's Cracker's armor class again? Is it 18?
17.
17. So the 18 is obviously going to hit.
Yep.
And you are raging, so you can reduce that, but it will be gross 13 points of poison damage. The 11. What's your armor class there, Laura?
12, but 17 with a shield.
Okay, so it's going to hit. You put up the shield, and then, right? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah,
Okay, so
I
it'll
think so.
the shield will block the attack. You obviously expend your spell slot. Well done. These guys will 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, he can get there. 5. He will get there. Okay. Let's see. So one more for Byleth because we love her. Yvonne, would you like to roll the
Yay.
attack there?
Happy to be back.
8.
Okay, so that is going to miss, especially against the shield. And I guess that's. Oh, I missed one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Actually, I guess they're dashing, right? Because they're not going to attack. So they'll get here. That'll be here. 6. That's probably here. It's going to be here. We'll call it. I'll put it over here just so I remember that thingy's there. Yeah, I think that's right. I didn't miss anybody, did I? Okay. Okay, Zanice.
I'm going to Misty Step to here.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna use Twin Spell
Oh, yeah.
with Firebolt. And I'm gonna attack this one and this one.
Okay.
So first and second.
The second one definitely gets through. And on the second, this one in front of Byleth. Is that right?
Yes.
Okay. And that will finish that one off. And as it dies and explodes, I guess there can be one more here. And this one will also go.
God.
Okay, yeah. Well done. Byleth.
There's so many.
It's slightly getting out of hand.
Yeah, just a bit. Would that work? Or would that... Wait, do you see that?
Yeah.
As a fireball?
Let's see. Yeah, we could say that you could place it down there and get, let's see, 20. Yeah, you can do that. Yeah, you can definitely do it.
Okay.
Because it's also about,
Get
it's
ready.
not that, it's definitely within 40 feet and vertically. That's what I was concerned about. Yeah.
Okay. Oh yeah. I don't want to get. Oh my god. Okay. Oh god.
It's like, what the hell's going on?
Lots of damage. I guess then the saves from left to right, up to down or something. Scared.
Okay, so you're going to do the saves from, so it's this one, this one, this one, this one, this one. Is that the order?
This,
And this one.
this, and then the 3 from top to bottom, and then this one.
Okay.
Yay. Ooh. Oh man.
Wow, that's surprising. Yeah, they just kind of dance out of the way a little bit. Well, the bad news is those are pretty good rolls. Give me 2 more rolls.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Jesus.
Nice.
Which is weird. Okay. So the good news is they all explode or are burned to death, because that's a lot of damage, including this central pod, if you will. Even the ones that saved.
Nice.
Oh, actually, sorry. This pod doesn't explode. It's taking 34 damage. Yeah. This one is... Sure, it's also red. This one is also damaged, but not as bad. Okay. Well done. This looks very seriously burnt. Very bad. No good. Very bad. Oh, and the explosion will set off. How could I forget? One here. This one. This one. And this one. This one. Okay. All right, Muley.
I am going to use my burning hands
Uh-huh.
to do a cone to hit those 2 in front of me.
Okay.
Let's see.
Wait, does it get this one as well?
Oh, there was one.
Post a spell.
I think so. Let's see.
Post a spell!
It's coming. It's coming. Was
It's
that
not
burning?
even the right spell!
No, it's not. It was almost burning
Read
hand.
the spell!
There you go.
Why is he shouting?
It's a 15-foot cone.
Okay, so it's 15
Why
feet.
is there a saving
And it's
DC
gonna
on
be...
that one?
Oh God, no, you've got me set up on the wrong thing. So it's 15 feet. So yes, you can get all of these guys. All right, so there's going to be 3 of those, plus also the dude, the little potty thing in the middle. And they each make a dex save. So you go
Yeah.
ahead and roll 4 dex saves. The last one will be the pod.
Yep.
Which is quite a low, because it might actually make a difference. Your spell save DC is not listed. You need to show that.
No, I know. It's 14.
Okay.
I'm working on it.
Fix your spell!
I will.
He's so obnoxious when he yells. Well, the good news is they're not particularly agile. So actually, they all kind of get burnt. And half damage if they save.
Hold 2.
Yeah. Actually, this will finish it off. The burning hands will finish off that pod. Okay. Interestingly, the destruction of the pod doesn't set off any of the other pods. Charlotte.
Oh, well, in that case, I'm going to magic missile via this pod over here.
Okay.
From the safety of my tongue. Pew, pew, pew.
Okay. 11 points. Yeah.
Let me think. Do I come out of my tunnel, try and push one?
Where do I stick this guy? I guess he's here. And that one's dead. Okay, so just one comes out.
Okay, I'm staying in
So
my
it's like 6 that's come out of one pod. Jesus.
Yeah. Greedy bastards. Lilith.
Yes. I'm gonna walk.
Are you pushing Charlotte in front of you?
Nah, I'm gonna leave her behind in case there's coming someone behind me.
Oh, I've got your flank, don't worry, Lilith.
Nice.
And I'm gonna try to use my turn undead.
Oh.
Because
Oh, I
these
forgot.
are
When these guys died, you killed a whole bunch of them just now, didn't you? Mealy.
No, I don't think I killed anyone. I just took the pod. I
Oh
just
yeah, you just
damaged
took
the
out
other
the
one.
pod. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're all dead. Sorry. I'm sorry, Ida. Yes. You're going to walk up and do what?
because zombies is undead, right? I should know that.
Well, okay, so just to be clear, as a cleric,
Yeah.
remember, not metagaming, you know that zombies are undead. You don't know that these are zombies.
No.
I mean, they look zombie-ish. They have
Yeah.
zombie-ish type characteristics,
Mm-hmm.
but zombies don't normally just roll out of something else that's growing on the ground or laying on the ground.
Okay. Then I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna.
I'm not saying they aren't undead. I'm simply
No, I
saying
know.
this is meta
I know.
knowledge that
Yeah.
you wouldn't necessarily know without having
Yeah.
spent some time at least investigating it or trying to guess at it or something.
Let me see. No. I want to do that. I mean, if I'm since I don't actually know and I haven't seen them, I wouldn't do that. Like Lilith wouldn't do.
Well, you could always experiment.
Yeah.
You never know till you try.
Yeah, I know. I'm gonna bring up my mace. My light bringer. My
Oh, very good.
mace. And I'm gonna activate it so it's glowing.
Excellent. Did you write the description of it?
It should be in here.
Excellent.
And I'm gonna attack this one. And if it's an undead creature, take 1d6 extra radiant damage.
Okay.
Which I haven't set up because I don't know how to do that, I realize.
There's not really going to be a way to do it specifically for undead as a class. You just have to remember it. But you can roll, we can set it up as a separate roll, which you can manually apply, but it'll remind you that it's radiant against undead. Okay. Which one are you attacking? This one?
This one.
Okay. So the 23 will hit, and it's going to do 3 points of damage. Is that right? Oh yeah, I guess. Yeah, because it's only you rolled a 1. Okay.
Yeah.
So it's going to have a disadvantage on its next attack roll. So just keep that in mind. It doesn't seem to explode with radiant damage like you have you used Lightbringer before on an undead?
No.
So but it doesn't seem to do what you would expect it to do based on typical undead. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, Cracker.
Cracker's just gonna keep raging and swinging.
Yeah.
I'm gonna attack this one here first.
Okay.
One swingy. Oh, that's nice.
Yeah. Oh wow, that's a lot of damage. Okay, so that's going to cleave it in half. And another one spills out to take its place.
Hammering away.
Yes.
10.
That actually will not hit. Okay. Anything else for Cracker?
Nope, just gonna try and keep their focus on me.
Okay. Wow, there's a lot of them here. I'm gonna move these dead ones out of the way just so I can keep better visual view of what's going on the field. Sorry. Let me just get this out. Okay. This one is kind of stuck back there. This one is going to come over here. Nearly. From here. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, he can get up there. I guess the natural thing to do would be to go to the nearest person. 3, 6. So that was 3 of them that moved. So only 1. But this one moved only just a little bit, right? So this will still be. So 2 of them won't get to it. This one won't attack. This one won't attack. This one attack. So let's call it 1 for Byleth, 1 for Lilith, 1 for Mealy, 1 for Zenise, and then 2 for Cracker. And Charlotte is completely protected by her teammates.
Yay!
Well done. Yay!
Thank you. Too.
Yeah. Would everyone like to roll 1d20?
Even me.
Yes, even you. Okay. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Henrietta is attacking 1, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah. Henrietta's roll is going to be against Cracker. Was that an 18? No, Henrietta's
8.
an 8, so that's going to miss. Yvonne's roll is going to be against Mia Lee. That's an 18, so that would hit. Anything going on there?
No.
Okay. 46. 4d6. Where is it? 16 points. May have a Constitution saving throw.
6.
Mealy is frozen in place and appears completely catatonic. Let's see. Laura's roll is against Cracker. What did you roll, Laura? 5, so that's going to miss.
Yeah.
Daria's roll is against Byleth. And that is a 6. Oh, yeah. So all these other ones are going to miss, I think. Yeah. Because Henrietta's roll is 8. So, yep. Okay. So they're all going to miss. Well done. All right. Zenise, it's your turn.
I am going to cast Mind Sliver at this one.
Okay.
Why? And save, and I don't know what happens with the DC.
Oh, did I roll with disadvantage on one of them? Or did that one die before we had a chance to roll with disadvantage? That doesn't matter. I think they all missed anyway. Okay. 9 with the D. Yeah, so that's going to fail. Well done. It's almost gone. Anything else?
No, that's it.
Okay. Byleth?
There's so many. Oh God. I guess I'll try to use a fireball again.
Okay.
Wait, so that I can. No. Like this?
Sure.
And I guess then this first, this one second, third,
Okay.
fourth, and the bot thingy.
Okay.
Fireball. 24 damage and 4 saves or 5?
5.
Can't see
This one
afraid.
also, yeah,
Oh.
the potty thing
Grr.
also gets a save.
Okay.
Okay, so the pod is going to be destroyed.
Nice.
12, 10. It looks like they all fail their saves. This one's going to be immolated. So they'll all be destroyed.
That's great.
Which sets this one off. Sets this one off.
Ooh,
Can they
that's
get?
so
I don't
great.
think they can get. I don't think that one's going to set off these down here. So it's fine.
No.
Thank you, Laura. Thank you for agreeing with me. Okay. Okay.
Okay. And that's it, I guess.
Okay. Mia Lee,
I'm stunned.
you are incapacitated. That's right. You're incapacitated until the end of the turn. So on your next turn, you will have your action again. Charlotte.
I'm gonna magic missile the pod again
Okay.
with fire.
Technically, you'll have your action back after these guys, after these zombie type creatures attack again. So you'll have a reaction after that if you want to use it.
Phew.
Okay.
Phew.
Your magic misaligning the pod. Okay.
Yes.
Excellent. All right. They all hit. Well done. Lilith.
Yes. I'm gonna use my mace against this one.
Okay. The one in front of me, Ellie. Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
10.
Yeah, they're not that hard to hit, but they do have a little bit of armor from their previous lives, presumably. So it's not going to get through. Cracker.
Cracker, while still raging, will turn to this one and hack away. 27.
Wait, which one? This one?
The one right beside me here. Right there.
Oh, on my map there isn't one there.
Oh.
Mine neither.
Oh, really? Okay.
There's one to
Oh.
your upper right corner. There's one above you. There's one to the left of you. The pod is up to the upper left-hand corner.
Okay, refreshing and hitting the one between me and Mealy.
Yeah, okay. So that's going to destroy that one.
And 1 second here. Sorry, I have to reopen my sheet.
Yeah,
Hold
sure.
on a sec. And another swing for the next one beside me.
Okay.
Towards the girls. Hold on a sec here.
Yep. And that'll destroy that one. And as these two explode, another one pops up from the same pod.
Yeah, that's me.
Okay. This one will move over to Mealy, I guess. These two will attack. This one will attack Byleth, and this one will attack Lilith, and this will attack Mealy, I suppose, with advantage. So, Ida, do you want to roll against Byleth?
Sure. 4.
That's a miss. Laura, do you want to roll against Lilith?
Yeah.
Okay,
19.
what's Lilith's armor class?
20.
Okay, so that's going to connect. I know. 13 points of poison damage. Constitution saving throw, please.
12.
Okay, so you are incapacitated. Mealy is going to be incapacitated, but not after this attack. Dar, do you want to roll the attack on... Oh, sorry, Yvonne, do you want to roll the attack on Mealy?
9.
Oh, sorry, with advantage because she's incapacitated. Frozen in place.
Oh,
So that's going to
18.
hit.
Sorry.
So that's 16 points of poison. You can roll another cost. Oh, okay, fine.
Oh no.
Henrietta, do you want to roll one attack against Yvonne, against Cracker, and Daria, you want to roll one attack against Cracker? Okay, 17. Armor class is 17, right?
Yep.
So they're both going to hit. One for 12, one for 20.
Great.
So 6 and 10.
Yep.
All right, Zanice. We'll finish this round and then stop.
I'm going to again use Twin Spell
Uh-huh.
and Firebolt the pot.
Yes.
And this one next to Byleth.
Oh, okay.
So first for the pot.
Yes, it hits.
And second one, 11.
That's going to miss. Hitting the pod seems to set it off. They keep disgorging these things. It's like an endless supply. Byleth.
Yeah. I want to mind spike this guy. Hey, yeah.
Uh-huh.
Ooh. Oh
Ah.
no. Half damage, I guess. Yeah. And I'll have
Sorry, so
good
half
ammunition.
damage on this one next to you.
Yes.
Okay, so that will finish him off.
Thank God. Okay. And I'll get back first level spell slot.
Okay.
And then there's I don't want to do that. I do want to move. Maybe next to Charlotte into the tunnel.
Okay. Okay, Henrietta?
Yes. Let's see. I have on to Jim.
Okay. Charlotte.
Okay.
Can you give me Henrietta, can you give me a Constitution saving throw anyway? Just,
Mhm.
I know you didn't need it, but.
Let's see.
Okay.
17.
So just remember that if for some reason you are hit again, you're actually immune to that poisonous effect.
Okay.
Okay. Charlotte.
Okay. I'm gonna pew pew the pod again.
Yes. All right. See if you can finish it off.
Has to die this time. Pew. Pew.
Oh,
Pew.
and that'll finish it off.
Oh, yay!
So the third one you can redirect somewhere else if you want.
This guy.
Okay. Well done. And Lilith is you're incapacitated, so you're frozen in place. No actions, no damage. You don't have to roll anything.
Mhm.
But you will be freed up on the next after they take their turn. Shall we stop here?
Yeah, that works for me.
Okay. Neely is. Lilith is unresponsive in a catatonic state.
Yep.
God, such
You don't
chaos.
stand a chance against October.
Yes. There's still quite. Oh, I forgot. There's still quite a few of them. These pods left. These guys. There's one guy down there straggling about. There's a whole bunch of them bottlenecked up here, but they're looking forward to getting in on the action at some point. well, we'll see what happens next week.
Fun.
But you guys did a great job surviving the big mechanical air vent.
Yeah.
Little do we know. That was the least of our worries.
That was the least of your worries. Yes,
Yeah.
exactly. Well done, everyone. Well, hopefully we'll have more to discover about why these things are here and what this all means for Gauntlgrym. Or if not, you guys can come back as pod creatures.
Yeah.
Yay.
So fun.
We can take over
Yeah.
the world.
Absolutely. All right. Well, I hope you all have a lovely week, and I'll see you all next week. Next
Yeah.
Sunday.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay.
You too.
Take care.
Thank you.
Bye.
Okay.
Take
Bye.
care. Bye.
Bye. Bye.